Hi guys, it's Jess. So if you're subscribed to me, you may have found my channel from a Rev.com transcription video. Now, truthfully, I have not done a transcription job on Rev.com in a hot minute. I think it's actually been about a year since the last Rev.com related video that I posted on this channel. So I decided to visit my Rev.com dashboard recently, and one thing I noticed right away was that I was demoted. So I was really confused for a second. Basically, I went to the section where you look for transcription jobs to do, and there were like 8 jobs available for me, whereas in the past, I saw at least hundreds of available jobs. And I realized that Rev.com had demoted me from Revver Plus status to Revver status. Rev actually has different levels. So basically you start off at rookie level when you get in, and then you become a Revver. And then when you do enough things, you become Revver Plus. And I figured I never really made a video talking about these different levels once you actually get into Rev.com. So in this video, I'm going to do a little deep dive into what all of these different Revver levels mean once you actually get into Rev.com. I figured, hey, it's been a year since I made content about Rev. Let's talk about it again. Also, I think now would be a very good time to smash the like button, subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. But long story short, the more transcription and captioning work that you do on Rev.com and the more accurate the work is, the higher you progress towards Revver Plus status. So essentially they reward you for doing more work and more good work, and that reward is access to more work. So essentially there's 3 levels of Revver. There's Rookie, there's Revver, and there's Revver Plus, and there's different requirements to reach the different ones. And there's quite a big disparity between the quality of work you can get between each one, which we'll explain in just a moment. But first of all, what is rookie level? That is basically the level you are at when you just start out, when you're just learning. And when you're a rookie status, you basically just have access to very short, simple projects. You get to do all of the tutorial videos, and you get some feedback on your work. You're basically just starting out. To obtain Revver level, you need to have done 45 minutes of graded work as a rookie, which honestly can be really hard because there's not a lot of work available. But once you become a Revver, you basically unlock more jobs. That's kind of like the most important part. And these jobs have higher pay per audio minute, so they are better projects. And you can also claim projects of any length with this Revver status, so you're not restricted to the shorter, not so good paying projects that you had as a rookie. And you'll obviously continue to receive feedback on all of your projects. But essentially, to move from rookie to Revver status, you need to have 45 minutes of completed graded work and a 4.5 accuracy, 4.5 formatting on your last 30 graded jobs, and an 80% on-time submission and 8.0 commitment ratio. And within the last 120 days, you must have had an 80% on-time submission. And what that means is 80% of your projects must have been submitted on time. So there's a time limit. You can see it when you claim a project. For example, a project might have a due date of 4 hours, or maybe it's a rush project and it has to be completed and submitted within an hour. So if you don't complete it within that time frame, that is not on time. So you would lose some percentage there. And then the other thing you need is an 8.0 commitment ratio. So basically what the commitment ratio means is that when you claim a project, if you unclaim that project after a certain amount of time, I think it's like after an hour, it probably varies per project, then you get some points deducted for that. I think the exact calculation is like the total completed projects divided by the number of unclaimed projects. So you have to make sure that when you claim a project, yes, you get a little bit of leeway to unclaim it, but when you go past that, your points will suffer because of that. So moving on to Revver Plus level. Honestly, you really want to try to get yourself to Revver Plus status because you actually have the ability to gain early access to all the new transcription projects. So you essentially get first dibs on good projects, and then all of the scraps get left for the Revvers, the regular Revvers, like myself now. In the last 120 days specifically, you need to have 800 minutes transcribed. I think that's where I went wrong and lost my Revver Plus status because obviously I have not been active for much more than 120 days. And then in the last 30 graded jobs, you need to have a 4.8 accuracy, 4.8 formatting, and the last 120 days, you need a 90% on-time submission and a 15.0 commitment ratio. So obviously the stakes are higher to become and maintain the Revver Plus status. So, you know, it's kind of like you get rewarded for putting the time in, which can be a little bit stressful if you're trying to kind of take a break from it. You want to make sure that you take less than 120 days of a break, or else you lose the status, which, to be honest, the jump between the two is quite a lot. And then moving on to the last kind of level, when you're Revver Plus status, you're also eligible to take the grading test. So I've never taken this test myself, but essentially you take this test to see if you yourself can become a grader of projects. So you essentially can get paid to grade the work of other transcriptionists. I don't know how glamorous it is. If any of you guys watching are a grader, let me know like how much it pays because I'm very curious. I always thought that it would be great to be one of the grading people. I thought it was like the easiest part of being on Rev.com, but I'm assuming that's not the case, so let me know. But yeah, this last thing that they mention in the blog is that it is possible for Revver Plus level agents to drop back down to Revver level if high metrics are not maintained. Let me know your thoughts on this. Do you think that this level system is fair? Like it kind of allows people who do commit a lot of their work and like accurate work to this website to get those perks? Or do you think it should just be available for everyone? Leave your comment down below. Let's talk about it. I hope this video helped clear anything up if you were curious about the Revver levels. And yeah, I guess see you in a year for another Rev video, because that seems to be the cadence in which I post Rev related content. But I'll see you guys next time.